All right, so per my most recent short, I said I was going to use this Lock and Twist gel along with, of course, my fortifying growth elixir, right? Scratch that, scratch all of that. This video is going to be about how to prevent your locks from unraveling. I've been locked now 2 years. 2 years in May, and boy, have I had a time. I'm going to show you the back because I've already started the back. Nice, right? Let me tell you how to prevent them bad boys from unraveling. So I'm washing my hair and I'm rinsing out all the oil and the buildup and the dandruff and stuff on my scalp. And as I'm in the shower, I took one of my locks and I just started locksmithing. But I felt my hair clarify and I'm like, it feels so clarified, it feels so stripped. When we're moisturizing our hair, what do we want our hair to have? We want it to have slip. We want it to have malleability. We don't want it to snap. We don't want it to break, right? So when we do that, what do? We add products in it to make sure that it has the slip and the, again, malleability that we need for our hair, right? Now, when your hair is locked and when you're attempting to lock your hair, what is a lock? A dreadlock is a matted up lock of hair, right? Right. How did we get a mat? How does our hair mat? Think about your hair over time. What happens when you leave your hair alone? It mats up. And what is the property of your hair when it's matted? It's dry, it's brittle, it's dehydrated, right? It's not saturated. You can't really, it's easily broken. So I thought about that as I was washing my hair and I'm like, wait a minute. So again, I took a lock, probably this one. Yeah, it feels like it. And as you can see, I did it while I was in the shower. So my hair was freshly clean and still wet, and I just started locksmithing. It's not wet right now, but just give me a second. And I started locksmithing it. And then I was like, wait a minute, this thing is all the way and there's no frizz. It's you know what I mean? So I'm like, I think I'm onto something. And I was like, well, what if I hold off on adding the fortifying growth elixir with the Lock and Twist gel and just use my saturated wet hair to retwist my dreads. And you saw the back again. No product. And I'm like, whoa, this is the best retwist I've had since I've had my locks. And I'm like, all right, cool, let's do it. So as you can see, this lock in the front, I've actually done it with no product, and it held. That lock there, after I did the locksmithing while I was in the shower, I put my head back under the water, let it soak, and I, wash it again just to see what would happen. And I felt for the lock, and I'm like, oh shoot, it's still in. It didn't come out. Soon as in the previous retwists and stuff like that, as soon as I wet my hair, I would just have a nice afro underneath it, and I'm like, for me personally, for what I want my locks to look like, I didn't want afro, I didn't want super thick dreads. That's why I made them the size that they are. So that's what we're gonna do. And I know you're like, well, what about the product so that your hair doesn't break, so that it doesn't, snap off and stuff like that? Yeah, we're gonna do that, but yeah. So how I did that and the style that I want to do, of course, I said I wanted to recreate that style. I'm going to also do that as well. I'm going to just demonstrate that for you right now and show you how it's done. Saturate your hair. This is that simple natural hair care water. Grab it. And start your locksmithing. I like to locksmith all the way down the length of my dread. My lock. My dread. I'm going to call it a dread because it's a dreadlock. It's not because I dread anything, but it's just a dreaded lock. Boom. as you can see, the one I did it before. It's drying. It'll be all right. You don't want to over smith, so you don't have breakage and stuff like that. That's it. So because I'm stretched for storage, that's going to be it for just the demonstration. I think you kind of get the gist of what a locksmithing is. It is hard to do for your own hair too. I'm not going to lie. It took me a second to kind of get the hang of it a little bit, but it's pretty. Once you get the motion, however, which way your twists are, you should be good though. So I'm going to hop off. And I'll be back when I'm done with the whole locksmith process. Well, when I finish the retwist, because I just have pretty much the front of my hair, as you saw. And then I'll go ahead and put the next portion in so that you can see how I do that. All right, take care.